That's
do
why.
that?
Yeah, that's why you should always do it that way.
Are you serious?
Mhm. Welcome to Live Edge, episode number next. I'm Matt.
Oh, I'm Amy.
Welcome to the show. On this episode, we're going to talk about a Fortune 500 company, a tip that they use to get you to spend more money. And you can actually put this into your business and help accelerate your business. And I've done it for a long, long time, and it works extremely well. And I'll tell you everything you need to know how to do that. Plus, I'm going to talk about a beginner's woodworker's buyer's guide to help you pick out tools based on the questions that I get all the time, like what's the best beginner table saw, or what's the best miter saw, or tons and tons of questions we get all the time. I made a buyer's guide to help find those things, and that's the first link in the description, and it'll be in the pinned comment as well. So I hope you guys are having a good week. If you don't know, we do this live stream every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time, most every Tuesday, but we used to do it at 7, and then we rolled it back to 6 because we're getting old, and 7 seemed like that's pretty much it.
He's telling the truth there.
Yep. So there it is.
We're talking about Pink Floyd on here. That's cool.
Sweet. I don't think I've ever listened to their music.
Another brick in the wall. Anyone? I'm getting off on a tangent. I'll let you.
Tool deal of the week. If you don't know, I post tool deals on my website every single week at 730woodworks.com. If you go there, you just click on the blue button right in the center that says tool deals. That's 730woodworks.com. Or you can just text that word or text the word deals to that number on the screen. I text out the best tool deals regularly, not every day, but when there's a really good deal, I'll send those. Sometimes there's 2-3 days in a row. Sometimes there's a week in between. It just depends on deals for that week or the month or whatever. So if you go to the website and click on the tool deals, scroll down right there. This table saw. This is the DeWalt 10-inch table saw. It's currently on sale for 24% off, and it's all the way down to $510. This typically sells for about $549 on most other retailers, but currently it is on sale for $510 if you need a saw with a built-in stand or a stand that goes with it. And then of course you can take that off the stand, but it also has the wheels and all that stuff. So that is the deal of the week. It's pretty good deals this last week. If you go scroll through the deals page, there's some that's already sold out, but there was quite a few out there that I thought was good. All right. So what does a Fortune 500 company do to get you to spend more money? A lot of Fortune 500 companies do this, and those are not even on the Fortune 500 list, including us, including many of the probably websites and places you buy from all the time. But in this case, the Fortune 500 company I'm talking about is Progressive. They dropped us from their homeowner's insurance because my roof was 10 years old. Rude. Seriously, that's why. Anyway, so one of their mottos is bundling made easy, right? Mm-hmm. Bundling home and auto insurance. Why do they do that? Why would they have you bundle home and auto insurance? Well, it worked on me and it works on millions of other people. Is because you can get a little bit of a discount for buying a bundle of something. And you can do this with your woodworking projects. I've done it for a very long, when I was selling woodworking projects locally all the time, we did this all the time. If you bought a coffee table, we would discount or give you a percentage off of the end tables if you bought them as a bundle. If I'm selling a farmhouse table, and the benches would be discounted versus if you bought everything individually. And we still do this today on our own website when we sell things there. You just bundle things, and what we've seen.
Yellowhammer said he does it with build plans, and that's what you're showing now.
So if you go to our website, we have beginner bundle. We have an outdoor project bundle, and they're discounted up to 23% off if you versus you buying them individually. And I'm going to tell you right now, these are our best selling items on the website are these bundles and the board butter bundle. The individual they sell pretty good, but these 6-packs of 2-ounce tins, we call them our bandit packs, these sell like crazy. Like she's making board butter all the time. She makes all of the board butter here, ships it all out of here. And so she can tell you, like that's one of our most popular items is that bundle of board butter. And also these plans. So if you have items that you can bundle and start thinking about how to bundle those items, we talked about it on the group. I have a group coaching program called Sawdust Startups. And we have a group call every Tuesday at noon. And we were talking about on the group call today, this very subject went really deep into this and a bunch of different tactics you can use and things that you can do to help increase your sales. And it's crazy how this really does work, and it works very well across all different platforms, all different things you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're selling digital products or you're selling physical products. You'll probably notice if you go to some websites, when you put something in the cart, it'll say you also may like, right? That's called an upsell. And that works on me. It probably works on her. You know, you go to say, like, oh yeah, I do need that. So if you start thinking about that when you're selling your woodworking projects, what can you offer that can also go along with that? So one of the things that was brought up in the call today was if you're selling the furniture and you also make coasters for that furniture, right? It's a small upsell, but you can upsell that. And another thing is you don't want to do is like upsell them right up front. Like they're talking to you, hey, can you build this coffee table, for me? And you're like, yes, I can. And if you buy the end tables, I'll give you a discount. Don't, like, it's too soon. It's almost like driving up on a car dealer lot and 3 car salesmen comes out to you. Like, it's just off-putting, right? And so if you just wait until you've made the deal on and it's confirmed that they're going to make the order or they're going to buy something from you, then you can offer, they're buying the cutting board. Oh, but I also sell charcuterie boards, or I also sell wine holders, or I also sell XYZ. And, offer discounts to my customers if they buy a bundle of products. So that's one way to basically increase your sales on your products. Do you have any questions? Oh, I was kind of going on.
No, they were not asking questions yet. One thing that, and this is set up a little bit different, but to kind of play off of that, there are several different companies that I order from, mainly small item stuff too. When you place your order, after you place your order, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this. After you place your order, it says, thank you for your order. And then it pops up with a time counter that says, add this to your order for a discounted price of, and you have like 5 minutes maybe to add it, or sometimes less than 5 minutes. It's kind of, it puts you on an urgency kind of deal. You're like, ooh, it's a really good deal. Do I need to add it? So it's sort of that same thing, right?
Yep.
So if there's a way to kind of put some urgency with it, I don't know, it's a different kind of thing. It makes them really think about the discount. I think it does me.
Yeah. And we do that, in a different kind of way, through the website. You can do it. We went and we talked about this on the call today. Like, if you order something from us on the website, you'll get a thank you email later. And says, hey, thank you for buying from us, a small business. Here's a discount code for the next order, right? And that helps people come back and spend money with you to support your business. Because if you're in business, you're in business to make a profit. And you can do that ethically by doing stuff like this to help drive customers. You can do it on Etsy. If you have an Etsy store, in the finance or marketing, in the marketing tab of your shop, thing background that you can do listings and stuff, you can go in and set emails up that they will automatically email the customer if they leave stuff in the cart and say, hey, come back and save 10%. You've probably got those emails from various different websites. Or you can have it after the sale, send them a thank you like that. And so there's ways to increase your revenue on stuff you already have and that you're already selling with existing customers, mainly because selling to someone you've already sold to is way easier than selling to someone new, right? You have to build that trust factor to get that new sale. But if they've already purchased from you and they're already happy with that, then it's easier for them to come back and buy.
And if you can get a repeat customer, they become a perfect form of advertisement for
Word of
free.
mouth.
Because word of mouth spreads faster than anything else. And I often do return to Etsy stores and make purchases when they give me a discount. There's several stores that I've purchased from 8, 9, 10 times, small things, small items, because they give me a discount. Every time I make a purchase, I get that email again, and I just keep coming back to them. That farmhouse, those signs. I don't know how many different ones I've purchased from them, and it's because they keep sending me the discount thing. So, and because of that, I think I've told people about that store. It's been a long time since I haven't needed anything for a long time, but I spread word of mouth on that for months. So free advertisement for them and a discount for me.
Yep.
Uh-oh, we're buffering.
Oh, well, it should be coming back. Kyle says on record crates, I'm also offering a topper that will be able to hold record player on top of it. If you buy them together, it's 20% discount.
Oh,
I like
that's
that.
awesome.
That's a really cool idea.
A record crate. That's so cool.
Yep. That
I
is a
like
good idea.
that. My kids would like that. Our oldest 2 kids have record players and they love them.
Genesis Design says we white label coffee to reach a different demographic, which brought new customers in. They can do coffee subscriptions, which turns into repeats. That's pretty cool.
Awesome too.
Yeah, we set up subscriptions on faithvalleytools.com for our board butter. I turned it on a while back, and so they'll get a discount if they sign up for that subscribe and save, basically is the idea. Kind of like you can do on Amazon. And so if you need board butter every so often, like you can set up subscription models for that. I don't know. That brings me to my point here. This is a very nice gift from Villeneuve. I always feel like I'm messing his name up. Villeneuve Woodworks. He has a website, and he sells beard butter.
And he looks like this.
Yeah.
Had to make sure I didn't have it upside down. That's what he looks like.
So the reason I say that is because he also has a subscription, and I like that model of having a subscription product. He sent this to us as a gift and a really nice letter. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And I'll drop the link to his website if anybody's interested and go check it out in the chat. But he sells, I try to say board butter every time. Beard butter.
Balm.
He also sells beard oil, and then he also has a subscription product for only $25 a month, where you get the oil and
you
get
can
the
also
butter.
change the timing.
Right. You can. Oh yeah. It's just 1 month right now.
No, it's just 1 month right now.
And so you can get this set up to where you're never going to run out, right? And that's kind of the idea. And so I like that model for recurring revenue on a product. If you have something that you can, sell on that type model. And there's bunches of different stuff you can do that with. Or you do still offer, individual items as well. It's just a good way to generate extra revenue instead of trying to reacquire a new customer constantly. If they can subscribe to something and it's providing them value, it's also providing you value. It's just a good business model.
Yes, he does have the good beard. He's got a very good beard.
Yeah, he does.
It's impressive. It's a good one.
Thank you, Rustic Bros. This is Victory Apparel. That's where I found it at. Bought it there. I messed the name up too, Yellhammer says.
Yeah.
Jeremiah. We'll just go Jeremiah.
Let's just do that.
But I dropped the link because that way you don't mess up the spelling.
That's
yo.
so funny.
No thanks says yo.
His name. That's funny. Lloyd's in the house says, "Hey, Mighty Matt."
What's up, brother?
He wants you to say that again. I'm not going to say it.
Say oil again. Your accent really
Oil.
comes through. Oil.
Oil.
Our daughter.
Or, I shouldn't say
our
or, as
daughter
Mo says it.
oil.
She says oil.
And then we make fun of her for saying oil. I was like, girl, you raised in South Arkansas.
How many of y'all
oil.
say that? Oil. Because we don't. She's
Troy
like,
Howie says he got his 2 Before Nation sticker today. Good
"Woo,
job.
I told y'all I sent them out finally. Go me."
If you don't know, channel members, Patreon members are members of the 2 Before Nation,
Sorry
and they
about
get
that,
a free
Troy.
sticker.
Sorry it took so long.
There's only like 6 in there.
I know, but one of them was from November.
McDouble Maximus says hi, and I like his icon, his avatar. That's pretty cool.
Oh, I do too. I can't see it very good on mine, but I can on yours. And I like his name.
You should grow your beard full, sir. If I could, I would. This is it, brother. If it gets if you go back about 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, I had tried to grow it out and it looked scruffy. People were even commenting about it. So I trim it up and I got 2 spots, one there that just doesn't grow. It's hereditary. That's all I
Yeah,
can do.
he really can't. But our oldest son, his is like Jeremiah's.
Yeah, he's had that since he was 14 years old, a full beard. Not
Yeah.
Jeremiah. I'm sure he did too, but
Yeah.
our oldest son, Dylan.
Yeah. My oldest son had hair down to his waist, but on his first birthday, I wouldn't cut his hair to his first birthday. He was just a blessed one with hair.
Rustic Bro says, I have cold air for sale. If you order now, I'll throw in 50% off rain.
We got enough of that.
David says, oh man, I'm waiting on my sticker now. Do you remember sending
who?
out David Valdez?
I sent all the ones that were on my list. Let me
Okay.
let me look at my list.
If you don't know, if you're a 2 Before Nation member, on the member only live stream before this, there's a link in the description of that video that you click on and fill out the form to get your sticker.
Okay, the only one that I'm showing that has not gone out is Jeremiah's, because he just did his today,
No,
and so I'll get his out tomorrow. But who asked about it?
David.
David
Valdez.
Valdez. David, you need to fill out the form because it's not on there.
Thank you, Brian. The Lions Den
you
says
told him where to get the form.
the
Okay.
Lions Den says, "Hey, we're live.
We are live.
We're live. We're live."
Brian said he likes your shirt. Brian
Thank you.
Byler. I love Victory Apparel. Every time
Man, this is some comfortable shirts too, y'all.
I like to get mine from a local place here, and they're comfortable enough. But I love all his Victory Apparel.
I bought
need to
several
get some
shirts
there.
from them. I think 4 shirts. I think I wound up buying.
That's okay,
4 or
David.
5.
Just fill it out, and I'll get it out to you.
And like they're just there's nice shirts.
Michael Mason has been a member of our 1x6 Supporter Club for 50 months.
Almost 5 years. 4 years and 2 months.
Says cheering on the race to 731,000 subscribers. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, we're less than 10,000 away now. And speaking of that, we need to do like a really. We're not able to do an in-person event for 731 because it's going to happen in the next.
on it.
Not on.
It's going to be
not
later.
on
Yeah.
the 731,000 subscribers. We might could do a live stream that day, depending on when it is.
We'll
But
meet and plan it.
we need to. Yeah, we want to plan an in-person event like we did our tools and tailgates last year.
But it'll be past
But
that.
it'll probably be July-ish,
Mhm.
give or take. But I think we should do a giveaway.
Yeah.
Like an epic.
We'll have a meeting.
We'll have a
and
meeting.
Set it up.
We'll set it up. Stay tuned next week.
We'll announce it.
STL says, "Hear me out."
Okay, so here's STL's idea.
Well, he's got
3
a
days.
three stage idea.
And on day 1, his wife and I go shopping
I don't
while
remember
y'all
what I did.
get together in a wood shop somewhere. On day 2, his wife and I go have our nails done together and do more shopping, right? Was
Mhm.
it that's what you mean, right, Greg?
Hit that remember.
Kevin
Kraft.
Kraft, welcome to our 1 Before Supporter Club.
Now remember the 2 Before Nation.
I can't believe Michael's been there for 50
50 months. There's several people in there that's been here for a long time. If you don't know, that's when we started the live stream.
Mhm.
It was about 50 months ago. So
There's
we've been
a
doing
lot
this
of
for
y'all
over
that's
4
been
years
on
now.
there.
Almost all
Greg
Tuesday
said that
nights.
is not his plan. I could have swore that's what you said,
So
but we'll
Greg's
discuss
plan
it.
is for the public discussion here. Greg's plan is we do an in-person event in Nashville one day,
Rome, Georgia.
Friday, like Thursday. Friday we do a
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga event,
Mhm.
and then Saturday we meet in Rome, Georgia, at Greg's brand new fancy shop and do an event.
So that's yeah. But why couldn't Misty and I go shopping?
People's gonna want to see. The Lions Den says, "Nice. This is the first time I caught you live. What time is it at your place? It is 6:18 p.m.
Mhm.
Central Time, and in Sweden it's 6:17 p.m. here. It's 1:17 a.m. there. So
Daniel
Thank you for staying
clearly
up.
loves your shirt.
thank you.
Christ is greater than the world. Yeah, they have the best shirts. I
It
love
is.
those shirts.
Biscuit Tree says, "Been forever since I made you live. It's been a while
It
since we saw you.
has. We've got Biscuit Tree back tonight and JS Genesis back
Welcome
tonight.
back." Storm King says, "Do you have a T-shirt or sticker that says Power Tip Time?" I don't, but that's a good
that
idea.
would be a good one.
That's a good idea.
That would be a
I
good
would so
one.
buy one. Big and tall size. Let me talk to my designer guy.
We'll design one.
We might have something. We can get something done. When you breaking ground, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hit that member, but
Paul Ellis has been a member of our 2 Before Supporter Club for 23 months and says, looking forward to see whatever it is that y'all decide to do.
thank you, man. Appreciate
Hopefully
you.
we'll get to see Paul again at that.
Thank you. Drawing for a $731 gift card for Woodworkers Supply or other.
We go shopping, not Amy. No, RT, come on. You know what?
That's
How do I
funny.
put him in timeout? I'm just picking.
Kevin Kane says, "I have to shop around for some round trip airfare." We did the tools and tailgates we did in Nashville in April of last year was really nice. Like
It
we hired
was.
an event planner, a lot of people showed up. We had a really good time,
Mhm.
just hanging out, fellowshipping, just good family friendly fun. Like it was just good. It was just good. It was a good time. We hope to do that again.
Misty agrees with me. My plan is how it should happen.
Dan Dixon says, free tip of the day. Here's your power tip. When wearing an RZ mask, you can't blow the dust off your board.
I assume you tried. That's so funny. Snowy West Virginia, Dennis Huddleston. Matt has been sad that we haven't gotten any snow yet, and I am not.
I want to snow.
No.
Like I don't have to
I'm
drive
good.
to work, so I don't have to go out working anymore. I don't have to go work Rex in it. Just let
You
her pile
also
up.
don't have to clean the floor that gets tracked in from it.
I mean, it's true, but Mia loves the snow. You gotta admit that. She loves the snow. Eric says, I would offer
snow
you.
is hard for people with OCD. I'm just saying.
Now listen, Eric's got an offer. He says, I would offer you tickets to a Preds versus Wild game if you would make the trek up to Minnesota. Mall of America is a big hit, as well as a Rockland Woodcraft store nearby. Tom Prez now. We have to wait till next year because they suck this year.
That's so mean, though. I still love my Preds.
We do. They've had an off year. And just things ain't worked out. It happens.
Rustic, he said, how did y'all know my name is Jonathan?
I didn't.
Did somebody say that? I'm so confused.
If I said Jonathan, I don't think I was talking to you.
It's okay, but now we know your name's Jonathan.
Now we know your name's Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Never give up the information. Andy says, hey, looks like I might have some more Amazon money coming my way, so I feel a track saw is in my future. I think
That's
you should.
Awesome.
So Andy and I was discussing that earlier today, the Makita track saw. He's looking for a good corded track saw, and I think the Makita is the right choice. Now, I forgot all about this. I knew I was forgetting something. I put together a buyer's guide on my website. Did I talk about that? If not, I don't know. Maybe I did, but even if I didn't, go to my website, 731woodworks.com. There's now a tool buying guide right there on the front page that you can click, or if you click the resources button, tools I recommend drop down, you're going to click that. And I put this together. I worked on this most all day today, So I revamped this a little bit. This has been there forever on my website, but I went back and redid things since I've re-reviewed things and new things have come out. But there's a ton of things. If you're looking for tools and you're like, and if you trust my opinion, and you're like, what does this, the best table saw that he thinks, or the best cordless saws or cordless tools or miter saws, sanders, benchtop stuff, woodworking routers, router tables. Like if you just go through this whole list, like I tried to make it as complete as possible based on the tools I personally used and reviewed on the channel, all the way down to the computer and camera equipment that I actually use on this channel, because I get this question all the time. So all the, lenses and cameras and lighting and everything like that. Everything is on this website page. So if you just go there, this is the tool buying guide. It's also linked in the description of this video. So I hope that helps people, because we get questions all the time on this stuff. And it's, if I'm getting repeated questions, it's something people want to know. And so now I have a place to direct them.
Daniel Cluley, thank you for that. It says he loves what you do, sharing your ideas so others can build their own business. Basically, loving your neighbor as yourself.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's the mission.
Cobra Pup, so glad to have you back in here.
Yeah,
he
man.
said, made it, what I missed.
A lot. We're glad you made it.
Glad you're here.
The Lions Den says, I agree. The Makita is, I agree on the Makita. Got to use one for dirt cheap, and it's been great.
Mr. Kinsko says Kansas City was nice too, except it was like 150 degrees. Yes.
Yeah, it was hot. It was very hot.
I don't get hot, and I was hot there.
It was very hot, but it was a good time.
It was a good one.
We met a lot of great people there.
The ones that we planned, we had more fun, and not that we didn't have fun meeting people. We had more stuff planned.
Yeah,
like
stuff to do for people.
And so we had an easier time transitioning through everything. So that's kind of what we want to take and make this like the best one ever, though.
Yep, we do. We'll make it epic. Epic.
Which means I'm hiring an event planner.
Russick says, did you make a video on how to make a table saw fence? If not, mine didn't come with one when I bought it. I haven't, but there are a couple of good ones on YouTube. You can just search DIY table saw fence. John Heinz, I believe, is one of them that made it. There's several good ones on there.
Phil LeBron, where did you get the shirt from?
Victory Apparel. I think it's shopvictoryapparel.com is the actual website.
Their shirts are really good quality too.
I bought several from them so far and I like them. And they have, like, if you like gym equipment or gym wear or whatever, this is not that. This is just a t-shirt, but they also have gym t-shirts or gym shorts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Storm King says, I trusted your review on the Milwaukee M18 router that was on sale at Home Depot, and I don't regret the purchase. I'm glad.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I like the M18 router too. It's awesome.
Did you see what Joe Clark said?
Probably not.
Bought my first Festool track saw this week after 30 years of woodworking.
Nice. How you like it so far?
That's awesome. Awesome.
Track saw is one of my favorite tools. It's not a necessity tool, so it's not something you should be like, I got to buy this first. But after you get going, and if you're cutting plywood a lot or a decent amount, like it's a time saver. It's a huge time saver. They're just great. They're great tools. Probably one of my favorite tools to use in the shop is a track saw. I just, for whatever reason, like them.
Goofball. Cal Watkins, did you read his barrel handle jigsaw?
Yeah, I popped it on screen.
Okay, I thought so.
Ruben says, your thoughts on
How do you say that?
Yakasugi technique for outdoor planters? It sounds awesome if I knew what it was. Is it the burning thing? Because I don't know.
Oh,
I really don't.
I don't either.
Y-A-K, what?
I-S-U-G-I. Maybe.
It's a wood preserving, charring the wood surface.
Yeah. Like that right there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could share it with the crowd. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Where do you buy the
That's what I've
t-shirts
always heard.
locally?
It shows Sugi Band is what I've always heard. So basically, you char the outside to preserve the wood. Yeah, I think it's a cool look, and I think a lot of people like it.
Fellow Bron, are you talking about where I said I buy mine locally? Is that what you're asking? If so, mine come from, when I say local, we don't have anything where we live. We have this place called the Marketplace, and it's where a whole bunch of private people go to places around, or they make their own products, and they put booths in this one building, and that's where I get mine from.
I think there's a chain of those called Painted Tree or something, right?
Yeah, it's similar to the Painted Tree. And actually, the lady that makes these has products in the Painted Tree in Little Rock, but they're just made by people locally.
Cobra Pup says, glad you did a video on the lathe and chisels with your editor. A friend of mine gave me a shot smith, so I'm going to be doing some turning. Good job. Well, I had fun. Me and Chris had fun doing that video.
Yeah.
McMath, you're late. We're doing good, man. Glad you
Hey,
made it.
Hugh McMath. Carl, what was the one project that opened your eyes to, I like making things?
The first
Good
one,
question.
really. I mean, well, I've always enjoyed making things. I've always enjoyed the carpentry side of things. So when I was right out of high school, I didn't go to college. I thought I was going, and then I just didn't. And so I went to work with my dad in construction. And so we was general contractors that we was working for. So we did concrete, we did piping, pipe fitting, we did roofing, like you name it. Like we did it. And the part I always enjoyed the most was the carpentry part. We built we worked for this company called Great Lakes at the time, and they made brine wells where they drill down and get the brine water off the oil, basically. And so they have little houses they build at each set to keep their equipment in. I always enjoyed the part of building the house, and so I guess that's what I liked about it. And then later on, I started woodworking because I guess of that.
Welcome to our One Before Supporter Club, Rooted Heart Woodworks.
Welcome. I like that name.
Not Bored Woodworking says, nice to see other YouTube woodworkers here that I know. I made my first sales off of Biscuit Tree's wooden Christmas tree videos.
That's awesome. There you go.
See?
Bringing the world together.
Y'all are working together.
That's right. Love it.
As a school teacher, one of our most used phrases is that we beg, borrow, and steal. So you beg, borrow, and steal ideas from each other, and so.
Hutch's Wood says, I picked up the DeWalt 7491 with the stand off your review. He loves it. Good deal. Andy says, I burn most of what I make too, but it's in the kitchen.
I hate burning something in the kitchen. Like, it makes me, I don't know, I can't stand it. Hate to burn something in the kitchen.
It's kind of like when a woodworker cuts the wrong piece or cuts it too short, right? And it's like, or things don't fit together like they were supposed to.
Yeah. It's not time yet on ours. Ours is still.
R. Stover says, I don't get to do the live stream because of conflicts every other Tuesday, but I want to thank you for this. I love the community feeling of the live streams. We appreciate you.
Aw, that's
We do.
awesome. Hold on. It's almost time. Ours says.
Somebody's clock's fast. We're going off of Apple time. I'm working on an Apple computer. I guess it's slow.
I think Apple must be slow, so we'll just play pretensies. Hey, do you know what time it is?
Power tip time.
What's your power tip?
The power tip is going back to the beginning of this live stream. If you're selling products, figure out a way to bundle things together at a slighter discount than if they bought them individually, because it'll increase your revenue. And the goal of, if you're trying to sell stuff, is to make money. And you can do that ethically. You're like, we're not ripping people off and we're not tricking anybody, but we're giving them a little bit of a discount if they buy more from you, right? And most companies do this. And so when you think about it, try to put yourself in the customer's position on, if I'm selling you a coffee table, what else would go with that?
Right, an end table.
End tables, or even coasters, or anything like that. Or if I'm selling
even
you
a sofa table.
a sofa table.
Something maybe they're not even thinking of.
So just, we didn't plan this. So if I'm selling you a cutting board, what would go with that you would like?
So if you're, something I find interesting with cutting boards, if I've got one board I'm using as a charcuterie board, maybe one of the other boards that has the little slicer for the cheese, or maybe even one of those boards that holds the glasses and the wine bottle.
One thing that was suggested today was, if you're selling cutting boards, to also, you could offer a knife block or a knife magnetic holder or something like that. You can bundle.
I think is cool with cutting boards that not enough people are offering, is a way to store them vertically,
like a cutting board rack. I've seen several of those. Yeah.
Give me that option, because that would be something I would be like, okay.
So just think about how you can, just think about your customer, what their needs are, and then if you sell them something, what else would they want that goes with that would help them, right? And then it'll hopefully help bring your average sale up, average dollar amount per sale up. That's the
So,
power tip.
like if we're selling a cutting board, offering to sell some of our board butter.
Exactly.
Paul Ellis said, or some outlaw board butter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if you're selling cutting boards, it's good customer service to give them. You can make it yourself. You don't have to buy it from anybody, but we sell it if you want to check it out. But you can offer them a way to keep that board in a good looking condition, right? So that it doesn't get all dried out. It doesn't, it just starts looking bad, and it preserves it for a longer period of time. And so it's a good way it's a good customer service. Yellowhammer says those big
Carl
hearts.
has a good question, but go ahead.
Yellowhammer says those big hearts I made were sold at $300 a piece, and she came back for a fourth, so I made it for $200.
There
I
you
guess
go.
that was a bundle deal.
That was. And that's going to make her tell other people, you need to buy from this person because they're really fair.
Mm-hmm.
They do you right.
Yep.
Carl has a good question.
All right.
A tough question.
Okay.
Any advice to couples who are living together and potentially building together? I don't want to get under each other's skin as they're building things.
So we don't build things together, but we work together every day, 24/7.
We're together 24/7.
Yeah, it's rare. Like, she took the dog to get the groom today, and she was gone for 20 minutes or so. And it was so quiet in here, and I was lonely and sad.
I think that was his way of saying I'm loud.
No, I was just the house felt empty. So I think we're a little bit unique in that we rarely argue, we rarely fight. It's rare.
Here's what I would say though.
But I'll let her take it.
Yes, because he's oblivious to stuff sometimes.
Dug it on your nerves?
No. But here's the thing. You've got to be considerate of each other. You have to be considerate of each other. Give each other space. The only thing that really makes me mad about him sometimes is I'll tell him, I'm like, if you're irritated, just say you're irritated. If you're cranky, say you're cranky. Be honest with each other about how you're feeling. If you're in a mood, say, I'm in a bit of a mood. It's not you. It's what I've got going on. I don't want to take it out on you. So let me just stay in my own headspace for a minute. Be very considerate of each other and be honest with each other. That's the hardest part, though, because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. I don't want to hurt Matt's feelings more than anybody else in this whole entire world. but I also want to be more honest with him than I am with anybody else in this whole world. And
I
so
think
you
it's
have
just
to
going to come
figure
down to
those out.
communications.
Yeah.
You know, just communicate with each other. Really.
Yeah.
Justin Ford says, I need clarification. I'm a Patreon member with the VIP. Is that part of the 2 Before Nation? Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are a part of the 2 Before Nation. If you don't got your sticker in the members only live stream, it's linked on the Patreon page. Just click on the link to the video, and then in the description there's a link to get your sticker if you haven't already got it. But yeah, if you're on Patreon, it doesn't matter if you're following on Patreon or if you're following on YouTube. You're part of the 2 Before Nation. The reason we have 2 different ones is because some people, it's easier just to click the join button here on YouTube. And then some people just don't want to do that and they would prefer to use Patreon. So that's why.
With Therapy said separate shops also help. That's fantastic. Boatmaster says, been married for 41 years. Honesty pays off big time. Yes. Team Zipper Lips, love your name, says communication is the key.
That's a good name.
This is why I love him, right?
Team Zipper Lips.
Zipper Lips.
That's a fishing term, I think.
I still like it.
I still like it too.
It's awesome. But Rustic Bros says, Matt used to be a trooper, but I still love him. He probably pulled over some of us. Then he says he's not on the road anymore. His wife's on dialysis, so I'm home every night. Oh, sorry about that. Prayers for that.
Yeah, pray.
Yeah, communication's key for any relationship, though, right?
Yeah.
So make sure that you, says, does woodworking help you decompress when you're feeling that way?
Yeah, a lot of people find it, and I do too, find it therapeutic. Yeah, I love to get out there and start messing with stuff. Like it's messing with tools the same way. Like if you enjoy doing something, it takes your mind off all your responsibilities and all that stuff, you know, and you just kind of get lost in it. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people find therapy, and I know they do, because I get emails about it. And like, they're like, hey, I used to be like depressed, or I was having these problems or whatever, you know, alcohol or whatever. And then they got into woodworking, and like it takes away a lot of that stress and those issues because it's just therapy.
What's mine?
Hers is cleaning and cooking.
Cleaning and cooking. 2 things he doesn't seem to mind, I don't think.
Johnny Ulan, you don't have to be on both. He says, I joined on YouTube and Patreon. Does that make me a 4x8 member? That's good.
That's hilarious.
Good. That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
Paul Ellis, he's the oddball. He says sanding is therapeutic.
You are an oddball there.
You go. I get it, though.
You go, boy.
I get it because it's, you know, you get in your own space.
Yeah. So I don't know if any of y'all know what this game is. There's a game called Beat Saber. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not really a gamer or anything, but I do play it on expert level.
She dabbles.
So I dabble. But that is like one of the most therapeutic things that I do, because you put the little earbuds in your ears, and it's a virtual reality thing. So you have that on your head, and all you can see is this game system like surrounding you, and it's music, and you play these notes and stuff. And it is literally like being in your own world. And every time I let any thoughts of things I've got going on, things on my to-do list come in, I start missing notes, and then I'm like, stop letting the real world in on this. When you can find those things that are just your therapy, succumb to them. Let them clear your mind for a little bit. It's okay to decompress and to let go of things for a little bit sometimes. You sand all finished. That's funny. Do you still do woodworking projects, Robert Morse?
On occasion, but not like I used to. Like it's not something I focus on. I'm more focused on the videos and the content now. I just enjoy that, and so we've transitioned over to that.
Ha! Paul Ellis plays it too.
So does Veteran Custom Woodworks. Beat Saber is awesome.
Beat Saber is. Oh, and I am not a Britney Spears fan, but I went ahead and bought the Britney Spears pack. And y'all, those are fun.
She did it again.
Oops, I did it again. It's so much fun.
Yellowhammer says, Alyssa and I can sit in the same room and never say a word to each other and be perfectly content. But we sending funny reels to each other.
we do the same stuff. Yeah.
We sit in bed every night watching TV, and there may go
the Queen Pack rocks.
Yeah, yes. We may go 30 minutes without speaking, but we're just there. We're just in the room together. So
the Lady Gaga pack is really good too. But I love Lady Gaga. I do.
You want to play a video game? I got this not too long ago. This is a ROG Ally gaming thing. And I have a cowboy game on there called Red Dead Redemption.
Hey, Don Kimball.
Fantastic.
He's representing Paragould, Arkansas. Says, love you all. That's awesome. Ed J said he loved your wood turning. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Loved your wood turning video. It had some great insights into beginning that craft.
Yeah, Chris did a really good job, and I'm glad he was willing to get on the video and do that with me. My most recent project, filmed or not, was probably those towel holders I made for her.
The Lion's Den. I used to play that, Guitar Hero.
Yeah, we
He
had
says,
that on the. I think
did
the kids had on
anyone
Wii
here
or
play
something.
Beat Saber's ancestor, Guitar Hero?
We
I used
play
to
it.
love that one.
Well, like 3 or 4 buttons up here and the little
The things down here.
Yeah.
I was okay with that. I wasn't. That one was that. I don't know, but I also didn't spend a lot of time with it. My kids would never get off of it to let me play. They were still little. They always wanted to play.
Michael Sweet says, "Hey Matt, if you were to do a project, what might it be?" I have an idea for a project, and I've told her about it, and I don't want to give it away because I still might do it. I have an idea. I'd like to do some more shop projects too. I've got an idea for a workbench that's a beginner-friendly workbench that will still be functional and still have. I already have plans for it. Like the plans are done. I just haven't built it, and I haven't put the plans up on the website because I haven't ironed them out and made sure there's no errors. If you want to go through it for me and you want to build it and make sure there's no errors, holler at me and I'll give them to you and we'll see what happens. And then if there's no errors, I can throw them up there. But I just that's one of the things I want to get done this year. At least the next couple of months. Have you tried the Bauer Dust Cyclone? No, but I have one on the way. Along with their new dust extractor or dust collector. RT Antiques says, lost my partner of 30 years. Enjoy your time together.
Oh.
Sorry, brother. I can't imagine. I really can't.
Yeah, I know.
ZRX says, do you ever struggle getting feedback on Etsy? I've gotten less than 10%. You struggle getting positive reviews from anybody, no matter what website it is, even Amazon. So when you see an Amazon listing that has thousands of reviews, it probably has tens or hundreds of thousands of actual orders, but the actual reviews that people that come back and review it are very, very slim. On our website, 731, we have reviews of our products there, and it's probably 3, 4, 5% of people that buy actually come back and review the stuff. Like it's very low. Like it's very, very hard. Etsy's the same way. It's just hard to get people to come back and make a review. It just is. Unless something went wrong. And if something went wrong, I promise you they're going to let you know. If everything was gold, everything was fine. One way you can just try to go over the top somehow, she includes a survival kit in ours, and that has helped. And a lot of people mention that in her reviews, or I'll get an email about it. She puts a survival kit together with every physical order that goes out, and it has various different items in there. Just kind of brighten your day when you get it. And that kind of helps because it's a personal thing. And so if you can do something like that, it'll help a little bit, but it's still hard. It's hard to get reviews. How do you draw or make your project plans? I have them done. There's a guy that does them for me, but he uses SketchUp to do that with. You can also use Fusion 360 if you're into 3D design software. But
Dennis Huddleston says a personal thank you note will also help you get reviews on Etsy.
Does the plans use 2x10s? I bought some to make a bench. No, it's mainly 2x4s. Lagging. David Corliss.
David, we're almost out of the big syrup.
David Johnson says, I didn't know that was on your website. I really wanted to comment on your board, bro. Yeah, it's on there. If you look right at the product listing, there's like a dots there. You click on it, you should be able to leave a review.
Team Zipper Lips, that's a good idea. Offering 5% off for an honest review.
Yeah.
Not a positive review, but a honest review.
Honest
yeah.
review.
But I think they have to put somewhere on there, this review was given as part of an incentive program or something. Or do you have?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. There's something about that. Yeah, good or bad.
Do you says, I believe in wood therapy. Watching your videos is very helpful. Love all the tool tips. Do you ever do any one-on-one classes to help in easy wood projects that make money? Now, we actually have a course that we have. If you go to school.com, let's see. There's two. There's a free one and a paid one. So I'll do the free one first, okay? You go to school.com/731woodworks. School is spelled with a K, SKOOL.com/731woodworks. In the classroom section, there's a mini course, And inside that mini course, there's 45 project ideas that sell. There's a blueprint on how to make money woodworking. And then there's 4 master classes in there where the people that are in our Sawdust Startups paid program have given their feedback on what's working for them. And so you can take all of that information and it should help you start selling products. Or if you jump over to school.com/Sawdust Startups, that's our paid community. And here you get to interact with, there's almost 600 members in here, and they're sharing what's working for them or what's not working for them, and everybody's helping each other. It's awesome. And if you go to the classroom section, there's a much deeper course selection here. Dives really deep into how to sell products, how to sell in person and online, how to market, how to take proper photos. Like, it's a very, very in-depth course on how to make money woodworking. We put a lot of time into this, like hours and hours and hours and hours into making this as good as we can get it. And we're continually adding new stuff too. There's also Sawdust Games right now where we're giving away cash prizes to the winner. Like, there's a whole bunch going on in there. That's the paid version. But if you want to just kind of get a sample of it, you can just check out the free version.
And you have other people in there with you, like STL.
Mm-hmm. STL's a coach in there.
Because of CNC,
yep.
Things like that. So,
yeah. STL's in there.
Michelle Cochelle.
He does CNC and marketplaces. So if you go to markets and things like that, he has a whole video class on markets, how to make money at your markets and things like that. Does CNC work, epoxy work. So we have a lot of people in there that are very knowledgeable in a bunch of different areas. So it's not just me and my knowledge. It's trying to spread it out to get as much as we can in there.
Is that printer on?
No, it's me digging on a pillow.
Digging. Oh my gosh. I thought our printer was going. It's the dog digging. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've kept them.
Yep. I think that'll about do it. Thanks so much for showing up. We always have a good time here.
Yep. Always. Next week, we'll give you some information on a big giveaway. And
stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
Y'all have a good week.
Good night.